In a vast and magnificent kingdom, there ruled a majestic and dignified king who had 6 daughters. Each daughter was unmatched in beauty, grace, intelligence, and royal manners. Yet the king's heart carried a constant sorrow. He had no son to inherit the throne. Time passed, and one day the queen gently brought glad tidings. "My lord, I am once again expecting," she said with hope. A flicker of joy appeared on the king's face, but his voice remained stern. "If this child is also a daughter, fate shall not be kind to her." Hearing this, the queen's heart trembled with fear. Months went by, and at last the moment of birth arrived. A breathtakingly beautiful baby girl was born. Her eyes shimmered with an unusual glow, and her face shone like the first moon of the month. The midwife lifted the child and froze in astonishment. As the baby smiled, a delicate fragrance filled the chamber. The queen realized this child was no ordinary princess. Fearing the king's wrath, she decided to raise the youngest princess in secrecy. Thus, the youngest princess grew hidden from the world. Years passed, and extraordinary abilities began to reveal themselves. Wherever she stepped in the garden, withered flowers blossomed anew. When she touched the sick, they felt peace and comfort. When she prayed, the air itself seemed to soften. For many years, the queen guarded this secret. But destiny had its own design. One year, a terrible drought struck the kingdom. Rivers dried, crops failed, and despair spread everywhere. The king sat helpless, burdened by worry. At last, the queen revealed the hidden princess. The princess humbly touched the earth and closed her eyes in prayer. Moments later, clouds gathered across the sky. Rain poured down, reviving the lifeless land. The king stood speechless in awe. He forgave the queen and embraced his daughter. Yet envy ignited within the hearts of the elder sisters. To prevent discord, the king built a separate palace for the youngest princess. Time flowed onward. One day, the king prepared for a long journey. He asked his daughters what gifts they desired upon his return. Each elder daughter named treasures of great value. When the youngest princess was asked, she spoke softly. "Bring me something that reveals truth and hidden secrets." Upon returning, the king presented her with an ancient, enchanted mirror. Its golden frame shimmered with mystery. When the princess gazed into it, she saw a handsome young prince. As she touched the mirror, the prince appeared before her. He was bound by a powerful spell, and the mirror was a gateway between worlds. Their meetings soon blossomed into love. But envy consumed the elder sisters. They secretly replaced the magical mirror with a cursed one. When the princess touched it, the prince cried out in agony and vanished. Heartbroken, the princess wept day and night. At last, she set out to find him herself. Through forests and mountains, she wandered tirelessly. One day, she encountered a wise old mystic. Without opening his eyes, he spoke. "The cure for the prince lies in the tears of a silver-winged deer. Only the pure of heart may find such a creature." The princess refused to surrender to despair. After many days, she discovered the wounded deer. She cared for its wounds with compassion. Tears glimmering with light fell from its eyes. She gathered them with hope. Returning after great hardship, she found the prince imprisoned by magic. As the tears touched his lips, a miracle unfolded. His wounds healed and the spell shattered. He opened his eyes and recognized his beloved. With overwhelming joy, he bowed before her. They returned to the kingdom where celebrations filled the land. The elder sisters, ashamed, begged forgiveness. The princess, noble and kind, forgave them all. Peace, prosperity, and happiness returned forever. And the seventh princess, whose touch carried life and whose prayers held power, became the eternal symbol of hope.